Here we are inside my Toyota Scion XA. Now, if you have the Toyota Scion XA, the Toyota Yaris, or the Toyota Echo, which is the predecessor of both of these vehicles, you probably have the exact same engine, and there might be a few other model vehicles that have the exact same engine. So I got a check engine light after my vehicle was running weird. It was misfiring, and there's a misfire on bank 1. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these coil packs and get the spark plug. So first thing you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want a 10 millimeter. I used a deep well socket because it let me get to these. These are 10 millimeters too. I went ahead and already removed the shroud. It took a 10 millimeter to take those off. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead, like I said, 10 millimeter, bam. I like to put all my stuff up here. Here's the bolts for the shroud. Here's the bolt for this coil pack. Bam. Okay. Now, I used a 16 millimeter. With a ratchet, obviously. Now, you gotta be really careful with spark plugs. You can tighten them too much, or they could be already too tightened. If you notice that your spark plug is too tight, why don't you try and put a pipe on your ratchet, a real long one, to give you leverage. One time that saved me. I like to kind of leave my stuff like this. All right, so in the Yaris, this is my spark plug removal tool. It's been working very well for this. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but I'm looping it around there. You see me bringing the spark plug up? That's what you gotta do. Now I'm gonna set the camera down and grab it because I need the other hand to do that. See? That worked for that. Now to get the spark plug out, I probably should have showed you guys this. I had to actually push this down in here and wrap it around here. Something like that. And then I was able to pull it out. Now if you have a magnet, that might be the best way to go about it. But anyway, here's the spark plug. And as you guys can see, it's definitely seen better days. So, I mean, in theory, it's nice when all this looks as shiny as this. But you gotta think, there's a series of constant explosions going on here. And this is the buildup of all that. Most people would replace the spark plug. But that's not what I'm going to do. Alright, we're currently here at my scrub station. Inside of here, you'll find all sorts of different things I use, my Dremel, and different hand tools to polish things up. What I'm going to do is put this in this vise. We're gonna polish this bad boy up. See this vise right here? Jordan, could you come here and hold this for a second?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna put this spark plug in here, and I'm gonna have my wonderful assistant, my son Georgie, hold this for me. No, put it down more. You let me do that. Put it down more. More, yep. A little more. Yep, that's good. Well, no. Grab it again. Pick it up. But don't. Could you tighten that for me? Other way. That's good, Georgie. Thanks. All right, once you got it tightened down properly in the vise, make sure give yourself plenty of room to hit all of these threads. Then you can start the androgynous process of scrubbing this clean. And it might be alright if you do it like this. Now, I recommend you get yourself some safety goggles. I first got the idea from my stepdad. That's his classic 1976 Harley Davidson sitting over there. He got that brand new in 1976. And my great-grandfather, who used to run the machine shop and machine factory repair at GM Factory, which was the old train station that ran across Saginaw to Fisher Body, he used to take the spark plugs from this Harley in there and sandblast them at the GM plant. It's crazy too, because my stepdad ended up becoming a teacher. Long story boring, he ended up becoming the head of the adult education program at GM when everyone had to have a diploma to work there. And I got to go in there a lot, and they had a really crazy warning Will Robinson robot there that I was able to play with when I was a kid. That was pretty fun. Now look at this sucker. Starting to clean up. I may not have a sandblaster like my stepfather did, but with a little elbow grease, I am not really putting a lot of pressure on this, because I don't really have it that tight in the vise. I should have probably told you that. What I've done here is clean this up to a place where this is going to be actually producing some spark. I'm going to clean up all the threads. So, if you're real cheap, this is a good way you can save yourself from needing new spark plugs. Now, if you have to inside here, right inside of this gap, I like to use like a flathead eyeglass screwdriver and just get in there and scrape it up a little bit on the inside. Well, it's hard to get in there otherwise. So basically these are, this is electrical contact down here. You need to clean that up too. I'll spin it around when I do that. I'm not going to go ahead and show you that. But you don't want to put a lot of elbow grease into this. But repetition is the thing. You want to get it shining, if you can. And then you just repeat the process and put it back in there. Only do these one spark plug at a time. I've seen and heard stories over the years of various different other people who have taken out all their spark plugs at once. For what reason, I don't know. And then you just leave your engine block exposed for shit to go in there. Dust and debris. Any contaminants to your engine block will make your engine not perform properly, obviously. Jordan, what do you think?
It looks amazing. Good job.
It looks a lot better now, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now, we only have to do this 3 more times. Well, if you like videos like this, and maybe somewhere along the way you've managed to learn something that might be able to help you, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button.